It's all good. Thanks a lot, Matt. Well, now to our top talker. You know, in 2020, Thanksgiving dinners were the cheapest they've been in decades, partly because people weren't having large gatherings.
Yep, that's exactly right. So what do you think's going on with this year's prices? Yeah, this year's dinner is expected to be the most expensive Thanksgiving dinner in the history of the meal. So what's the reason?
We're sitting in almost a perfect storm of multiple issues at one time within the food and ag system.
We've heard that about so many different products, but now it's going to impact our Thanksgiving dinner. That perfect storm includes labor shortages, which we know are real, high transportation expenses, lack of truck drivers, price to move products goes up, bad weather, and trade policies as well. Last month, the Consumer Price Index for food was up 4.6% from last year. It's almost 5%. In 1 year, you're paying more for food in general. Prices for meat, poultry, fish, and eggs all jumped 10.5%. That's when you really start to feel it.
Yeah.
You know, 4 or 5%, you might glance at the receipt for a second and be like, well, that's what everything costs. But when you add a 10% increase to things, that adds up fast and people start to feel it.
So you can imagine me digging through the freezer section at the grocery store.
Uh-oh. No.
Down in the turkeys, and I'm like, $28 to the side, $27 to the side, $29, whoo, side. I get the one that is absolutely the cheapest I can get.
Really?
It's like $24. If you dig deep, you can still find the small ones. Get them early, and don't laugh at me, you know it's true. Get them early, because all that will be left are the ginormous ones that you're not gonna be able to feed your family. The other thing too, you can just downsize to a turkey breast instead of the whole turkey. You can add a second meat, so you don't have to get as much of one thing.
Yeah, you can do that.
Rice is a cheap side dish.
I don't think rice is a traditional Thanksgiving dish.
If you're looking to save money,
okay, now let me ask you this,
because
we have this conversation all the time. Yeah. You are thrifty. You love to save a buck.
I do.
So what is the taste difference between the $24 bird and the $29 bird?
Probably not much. It's all in the preparation.
So then you can say, you know what, I'm going to save the $5 on the bird, because I'm not going to notice that it's a lesser quality turkey.
It's not necessarily the lesser quality. I think when you start to get into things like organic versus non-organic, or basically with the whole bird, you're getting the dark meat as well as the white meat, the turkey breast part. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that don't even eat the dark meat. So is it being wasteful
you're right
at
about
that point? You know, stick within your size ratios.
I will say this: I typically never say a word about the meal. I'm thankful for it.
Very smart.
But if I start to see rice as part of my Thanksgiving dinner,
wild rice pilaf is delicious with cranberries and pecans. Oh, that's so good. And by the way, Big Sue's stuffing recipe is still on our website. It's one of the cheapest things you can probably make, because you have to use cheap bread, the cheapest white bread you can find. WKYC.com, or you can just do a search for Betsy's Mom's Stuffing.